Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Kim Miller begins now.
Good evening. A teenager has been charged over a violent attack on 2 tourists in Hobart CBD last night. They say they were punched and slammed to the ground. A nearby shop owner who ran to their aid claims unprovoked attacks in the city are on the rise.
A night out in Hobart quickly turned into a nightmare for these tourists. Physically abused, shoved and beaten to the ground by 2 teens.
The girl just grab her here and to grab her fall down on the ground. Yeah, and then his friend just punched my head.
The couple telling 7 Tasmania News the 2 girls approached them and shoved cigarettes in their face before the attack unfolded near Franklin Square around 8 last night.
I'm so scared. It's just very fast. Yeah, we don't even know what has happened.
A stunned shop owner attempted to intervene.
I saw both of them on the floor with blood everywhere. I couldn't take it anymore.
After calling police, he followed the alleged attackers and helped police track them down at a nearby bus stop where they were taken into custody.
These incidents of direct assault, this cannot keep happening in the city.
The couple claims the ordeal was unprovoked and believes they were targeted because of their ethnicity. The victims are Chinese nationals visiting Hobart to see a friend.
I never see something like this before. I do heard something about this, but I never see it in my life or any person around my friends. So yeah, that's pretty bad.
Today the couple still shaken up, bearing bruises and scratches.
So scared, and we even can't sleep last night.
Local businesses say incidents like this happen too often.
Most of the time as tourists, we are here 7 days a week, 9 to 9, so we see a lot of things happening.
A 15-year-old girl is facing several charges, including assault and stealing, while a 16-year-old has also been charged with stealing and trespassing. Both will be dealt with under the Youth Justice Act. Luckily, the ordeal hasn't tainted the tourist view of Tasmania.
Although those things is bad, yeah, but the Hobart is also a beautiful city.
Rebecca Gaidenera, 7 Tasmania News.
The Premier has drafted a stability agreement in a bid to secure enough support from crossbenchers to bolster numbers in the lower house. While Labor is still in the hunt to form government, independents are calling for the major parties to demonstrate they are willing to work more closely with them.
Looking to build a foundation with crossbenchers, the Premier's put out an offer to secure 18 lower house votes.
Where we can move forward and establish some co-led, if you like, or co-developed protocols on how Parliament will work.
The draft framework features a stability agreement, a multi-partisan budget panel, ministerial consultation protocols and a crossbench liaison office.
I believe what we put forward today for further consultation can further strengthen our democracy.
But standing firm on supporting Macquarie Point Stadium, the salmon farming and forestry industries, among other key issues.
100% of us cannot expect 100% of our commitments 100% of the time.
Analysts have called Labor to win the final seat in Franklin, taking it to 10, and the party isn't budging on its positions either, with a similar document in the works.
There's a lot of talk. And then in the same breath, I hear we're not moving on salmon, we're not moving on native forest logging. That's not how you come into conversation.
While Shooters, Fishers and Farmers candidate Carlo DeFalco is currently the front-runner for the last seat in Lions, he's hoping to get big runs on the board in the long term.
The big picture stuff that I'll have to work, I'll start now, and fingers crossed if I get in and then I get in again, then it's an ongoing project.
Experts say compromise will be key in the next Parliament.
It's absolutely essential for the major parties to be willing and open-minded to change their policies and develop new policies as the evidence comes forward on whatever the issue is of the day.
Though the Hobart Stadium could remain a major sticking point.
It's going to be a difficult compromise to finesse. I mean, it's clear that so much of the crossbench campaigned against it.
Anthony Dodd, 7 Tasmania News.
A Truck and car have crashed in Moona, colliding on Hopkins Street around 3 p.m. Caused delays as the damage was assessed. No serious injuries were reported. It's the second smash in Hobart in the past 24 hours, with authorities urging drivers to take extra caution. Tasmania could be about to see a spike in the number of people suffering from respiratory illnesses. With particular pressure on our public hospital system at the moment, the Health Department is urging us to take steps now before we get sick. Ruby Kens has more.
We're now on the right side of winter, but for emergency departments at public hospitals like the Royal Hobart, there's no end in sight. It's seeing a surge of sick Tasmanians presenting with cold-like symptoms. Mid-season patterns indicate that around July, Tasmania often sees an increase in cases of the common cold, influenza and RSV, among other respiratory illnesses. At the moment, the activity level of COVID-19, the flu and RSV are all deemed moderate, with cases on the rise. The rate of people with the flu does continue to increase, with a surge in cases recorded statewide, particularly in the north. The latest health data does show a decline in the number of COVID-19 notifications, but that's only for people who actually report their symptoms. To help everyone through the second leg of winter, the advice is to stay home when you're sick and to keep visits to the emergency department for emergencies. Instead, seek out a doctor or urgent care clinic for illness advice. If you haven't yet had a flu shot, it's actually not too late to get it now. While all adults are eligible for a COVID vaccine every 6 to 12 months, depending on age and risk factors.
A suite of major projects to the tune of $128 million is part of the latest plans from prominent Tasmanian developer Errol Stewart. Among the big builds, a long-awaited convention centre in Launceston, a 5-storey residential tower in Hobart, and a new 72-room hotel on Burnie's waterfront.
This particular piece of property is very special. It sits right on the waterfront. There's not many pieces of land like this anywhere that you could develop.
We certainly need increased accommodation to accommodate the coming workforce to the region.
The projects will soon undergo community consultation before being rolled out over the next 3 years. A cat shelter in the state's north has had a record-breaking school holiday period, with adoption rates quadrupling. But with another kitten season just around the corner, it warns something has to change to reduce the number of stray felines needing homes.
Just Cats is enjoying a rare moment of peace and quiet. Resident kitty Thistle able to put her paws up after an extraordinary couple of weeks. The service seeing 85 cats adopted.
We get about 15 to 20 cats adopted every week, which is still fantastic. But yeah, to have 85, it was a little bit mind-blowing, to be honest with you.
Cat lovers taking home everything from kittens to full-grown felines. School holidays seemingly a perfect time to bring home a new family member.
A lot of people have more time to spend settling a cat or a dog into the home.
It's a welcome reprieve for the adoption centres in Launceston and Burnie after an extended kitten season.
It would be nice to have less cats. We had 250 extra cats this financial year, so it'd be nice to start seeing a bit of a decline.
But strays and surrenders are staying stubbornly high despite a low-cost desexing program. These pens at Mowbray's Cat Centre might be empty now, but with kitten season coming, they're not going to stay that way for long.
There are two things that need to change in Tasmania. One is council registrations for cats and confinement. Without those, we're not going to make a difference.
So every cat can have a forever home. Annie Green, 7 Tasmania News.
A disciplined approach and a four-quarter fight is what Penguin says will take to try and tame ladder-leading Devonport this weekend. Undefeated in the NWFL so far, the Magpies will be hard to beat, but with a home ground advantage, Penguin is ready for the challenge.
You've got to be up for all 4 quarters. We've got to be ready to go because you give them 5 minutes and they'll kick 4 or 5 goals on you and the game can be on from there.
Sitting atop their ladder, the Penguin women host Ulverston on Saturday, a side they beat by 72 points earlier this season. And finally tonight, some exciting news out of the Jack Jumpers camp. Despite speculation surrounding Will Magnay's NBA future, the champion is here to stay. The 27-year-old committing to the Nest for the upcoming NBL season. Magnay is expected to land back in Tasmania this week, following a strong Summer League campaign with the Memphis Grizzlies. Great to have Magnay back, Kim.
Very much so. Thank you, Vic. We're off to a break, and then Murph will take a look at the weather.
Good evening. 15 the top in Hobart today. Launceston 16, while Devonport and Burnie registered 14 degrees. Grove and Friendly Beach is the high with 17. Cloud cover kept the temperatures above average. Flinders Island and Strawn 16, St Helens and Ouse 15, Smithton and Lowhead 14, King Island 13 today. The rain crept over the north from the west today as the winds picked up. To 4 p.m, Waratah had recorded 24 millimetres, but the rain keeps falling and will again tomorrow, as we'll see in a moment. The spiralling cloud is there too over our region and reaches up to Queensland. Onshore winds had cloud over southern South Australia. Now the cold front moves right off tomorrow as a high lies over the interior of the continent, more fronts south of WA. The 35-knot nor'nor'westerlies will tend west-southwesterlies, still at quite strong breezes, 20 to 30 knots tomorrow. Swells in western and southern waters at 4 metres. A severe weather warning for damaging winds in force over King Island, the northwest and central plateau. A gale warning from southeast Cape to Flinders Island. A strong wind warning for remaining coastal waters and the central plateau lakes. We also have a minor flood warning for the North Esk River and a warning to sheep graziers in the Midlands through the central north to the west and King Island. Into tomorrow we go, and 15 for Hobart with a shower or two, 13 for Geeveston, more chance of a shower there, and also in Bothwell, 12 the top. Launceston tomorrow, 13, showers, winds easing, showers easing from Devonport, 13 the top, and 12 the high for Cressy. Burnie tomorrow expecting rain, they'll ease later in the day, 12, 13 for Strawn, showers easing from Curry, 13 for King Island. St Helens tomorrow, showers and 13, 15 the top for Swansea and Orford. On Thursday, isolated light showers over the west, far south and Bass Strait Islands. Showers over the west and northwest on Friday, fine elsewhere after morning frost and valley fog. And on Saturday, the rain back again with showers statewide with freshening easterly winds. Showers and a possible storm in Perth. Showers easing in Adelaide and Melbourne tomorrow. 19 in Sydney and 22 in Brisbane, both centres expecting showers. And a frosty 1 in Alice Springs to a high there of 21. And the showers continuing around the state, 13 in Hobart, Launceston 10 and 12 right now in Devonport. Since we moved studios, Kim, you don't have your undercover privileged car park. A nice little wet trip back to your vehicle tonight, eh?
I'll ask your driver to take me perhaps, Murph. That is all your news for now. Thanks for joining us tonight. Good night, everyone.